And I can prove it to all of us right now. Take a minute right now to write down the 10 richest people that you know. Go ahead. Write down the names of the 10 richest people that you know. Sure. Personally, or just the names of any 10 rich people you know. Quickly. Okay, next. Write down, finish. If you haven't finished 10, that's fine. I want you to now write down the names of the 10 happiest people you know. Go ahead. Okay, stop writing. I hope you put my name on that for the happiest. When I asked about the 10 richest, 3/4 of you started writing. When I asked for the 10 most happy, 1/4 of you started writing. And this exemplifies perfectly what Swami Tejamananda told us at the Acharya's conference in May. Tell me who you love, and I'll tell you who you are. Tell me who you love, and I'll tell you who you are. Who's the richest people? Immediately, everyone writes it down. Who's the happiest people? The hesitation. See, our love is towards the rich. Our love isn't towards the happy, towards the peaceful. Peace is on our minds. Certainly, the fact that we're here, the fact that we have discussion groups, peace is on our minds, but not enough. There are so many other thoughts that take precedence over the thought and desire for peace in our lives. For example, regrets of the past. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. Why did this person do this to me? And so on and so forth. Anxieties for the future. I wonder what I'm going to do, how I'm going to score on my exam. Am I going to get into this school? Am I going to get into this program? Am I going to get married? Is someone going to see my biodata? And so on and so forth. These thoughts, and we're laughing, but think about it. These thoughts take greater precedence in our minds than that thought for peace or that desire for peace. And if you don't believe me, go to your friend and do the same thing. Ask them to write 10 richest people or the 10 most beautiful people they know, and then ask them to write down the 10 most content people that they know. Tell me who you love, and I'll tell you who you are. And this is what I'm saying, is that we all know, but we don't really know. And pictorially it looks like this. If you knew that there was poison in this thermos, our natural next reaction would be to dump this out in the toilet. But the way that we go about our lives is we kind of know, we kind of don't know, and so we go ahead and we drink it. We don't have that clarity about what's good for us, what's going to make us peaceful, and what's bad for us, what's not going to make us peaceful. When it comes to the poison, very clear. When it comes to thinking, not so clear. We need to transform ourselves from intellectuals into practitioners. And that's something that we young adults and adults are afflicted by, is that we have so much theory, so much knowledge, but who's living it? Who's practicing it? We all want to be happy, but how many of us are happy? How many of us are doing something about it? So how to transform ourselves from intellectuals to practitioners? The first thing to do is to expose ourselves to those who are peaceful. We need to start spending more time with those people who are happy, those people who are peaceful. Because by spending time with them, we slowly inculcate the same thing. In Vedanta, we call this satsang. In science, we call this osmosis. Just by being in that environment, we learn how to be peaceful, we learn how to be happy. And the exact opposite is true as well. I have a cousin who is extremely negative. And anytime you spend time with her, that whole atmosphere becomes negative as well. And so now, all my other cousins don't even want to spend time with her. Whenever there's a road trip, whenever we go to see a movie or whatever, I personally don't have a problem with her because I don't let her affect me, but everyone else. And I'm sure we all know that person who is very negative and brings that energy down, or that person who's positive. And even if we're not doing anything, it's just that osmosis, that satsang, that creates that atmosphere. Yes or no? This is how it is. When we spend time with those who are peaceful, we learn and we find out what makes them peaceful. As I was reflecting on this concept, the people that came to my mind immediately, who are the most peaceful, were the Acharyas of Chinmaya Mission. They're always joking. They're always smiling. They're always challenging people to sports or different feats like that. Right? Always having a good time, always making fun of this person or making fun of themselves. Always. And is it because they have lax lifestyles and they have nothing to do? The exact opposite. Very few people can appreciate what a typical Acharya of this organization goes through. And I say that because I'm the youngest Acharya outside of India right now. So I'm still learning about that process. And I'm absolutely shocked at how demanding the schedule is of an Acharya of this organization. Endless amounts of emails. Endless problems that you hear of people. People don't say, my son or daughter got married or my son did well on the exam. It's the exact opposite. Swamiji, my daughter's not getting married. Or my son won't study. We don't hear good things. We hear the exact opposite. The responsibilities are immense. The Chicago centers, your mortgage right now is $3 million. Most of our parents don't have mortgages of $3 million. And if something happens, whose problem is it? It's the Acharya's fault. But still, amongst all of this, smiling, joking, eating lots. And why I'm highlighting this is because they prove that the nature of seva is peace. Even under the worst conditions, it's the seva that brings them peace. Because right now, we're trying to figure out how to be more peaceful. And I said, spend time with those who are peaceful. Figure out what they're doing with their lives. What are the Acharyas doing? Serving. On the opposite side of the coin, how else to begin to value peace is to observe those who are not peaceful. And I'm not going to use the words expose yourself and spend time with them, because naturally that happens anyways. You're all going to go back to the rooms and hang out with people you don't want to. And you're going to learn about things about how not to be peaceful. That happens naturally. In the same way that we learn how to be peaceful from those who are peaceful, we have to learn how not to be peaceful from those who aren't. And when we learn it, it's not like we should do it. It's the exact opposite. We have to learn not to practice those same behaviors.